Australia's resilient housing market, a history of steady growth. The Australian property market stands as a beacon of stability. Unlike other developed nations, Australia has rarely experienced dramatic housing market crashes. This resilience has attracted global attention. The answer lies in a unique interplay of factors, from robust economic fundamentals to government policies and cultural nuances. Join us as we unravel the secrets behind Australia's resilient housing market. A look back: property price trends in Australia. Over the past few decades, the Australian property market has seen steady growth and rapid appreciation. Despite dips and plateaus, the overall trajectory of property prices has been upwards. Post-GFC, prices in cities like Sydney and Melbourne surged due to population growth and low interest rates. The long-term outlook remains positive, supported by strong fundamentals and ongoing demand. The supply-demand equation: why Australian houses are always in demand. One of the fundamental principles underpinning Australia's housing market stability is the persistent imbalance between supply and demand. Simply put, there are consistently more people who want to live in Australia's major cities than there are available dwellings. This chronic undersupply of housing, particularly in desirable inner-city areas, creates upward pressure on prices and makes a significant market crash unlikely. Several factors contribute to this supply-demand imbalance. Australia's robust economy and attractive lifestyle have been a magnet for skilled migrants and international students, leading to strong population growth in major cities. This influx of new residents has significantly outpaced the construction of new housing, further exacerbating the supply shortage. Moreover, geographical constraints and urban planning policies have limited the expansion of major cities, making it challenging to increase housing supply to meet the growing demand. This scarcity of land in desirable locations has further intensified competition among buyers, driving up property values and contributing to the market's resilience. As long as this supply-demand imbalance persists, the Australian housing market is likely to remain underpinned by strong fundamentals, making it a relatively safe and stable investment environment. Urban sprawl versus urban planning: the battle for Australian land. Australia's urban landscape is characterised by a constant tension between urban sprawl and controlled growth. This battle for land plays a crucial role in shaping the housing market and influencing property prices. While urban sprawl offers the potential for increased housing supply, it often comes at the expense of environmental sustainability and infrastructure strain. On the other hand, stringent urban planning regulations aimed at curbing sprawl and promoting higher density living can restrict the availability of land for new developments. This, in turn, can exacerbate the supply-demand imbalance and contribute to rising property prices. The debate surrounding urban planning policies is complex and multifaceted, with no easy solutions. Striking a balance between preserving Australia's natural environment, ensuring livable cities, and providing adequate housing supply is a constant challenge for policymakers. Section 5. Safe and secure: the role of Australian banks in housing market stability. The conservative lending practices of Australian banks have played a pivotal role in safeguarding the housing market from major downturns. Unlike their counterparts in other countries, Australian banks have historically been cautious in their mortgage lending, requiring substantial deposits and conducting thorough credit checks. The concept of full recourse loans, where borrowers are personally liable for the full amount of the loan even in the event of a default, has also contributed to market stability. This approach encourages responsible borrowing and reduces the likelihood of widespread defaults, which can destabilize the market. Furthermore, Australian banks are subject to stringent regulatory oversight by the Australian Prudential Regulation Authority, or APRA. APRA sets prudential standards for banks, including capital adequacy requirements and lending guidelines, to ensure the stability of the financial system and protect depositors' funds. This combination of conservative lending practices and robust regulatory oversight has helped to insulate the Australian housing market from the boom and bust cycles experienced in other parts of the world. Section 6. Government incentives: a helping hand for homebuyers. The Australian government has implemented various policies and schemes designed to support homeownership and encourage investment in the property market. These initiatives have played a significant role in shaping the market landscape and influencing buyer behaviour. One of the most well-known government interventions is the First Homeowner Grant, or FOG, which provides a financial grant to eligible first-time home buyers. This grant helps to reduce the upfront costs associated with purchasing a property, making it easier for first-time buyers to enter the market. Another significant policy is negative gearing, which allows property investors to deduct their rental losses from their taxable income. This tax incentive has been particularly popular among investors, as it can reduce their overall tax liability and potentially enhance investment returns. Additionally, the government offers capital gains tax, or CGT, discounts for properties held for longer periods. This encourages long-term investment in the property market and can provide significant tax savings for investors. While these government incentives have been subject to debate and scrutiny, they have undoubtedly contributed to the stability and growth of the Australian housing market by making homeownership more accessible and encouraging investment. Section 7. The Australian Dream: Owning a Piece of the Land Down Under. Beyond economic factors and government policies, cultural nuances also play a significant role in shaping the Australian housing market. Homeownership is deeply ingrained in the Australian psyche, often seen as a symbol of success, security, and a key milestone in life. The great Australian dream of owning a detached home with a backyard remains a powerful aspiration for many Australians. This cultural affinity for homeownership, coupled with a strong sense of community and a desire for stability, has contributed to the enduring appeal of property investment in Australia. Furthermore, Australia's relatively low population density and abundance of land have fostered a culture of homeownership, where owning a detached house with a garden is seen as an achievable goal for many. This is in contrast to some other developed nations, where high population density and limited land availability have made apartment living the norm. This cultural emphasis on homeownership has created a strong emotional connection to property in Australia, making it more than just an investment asset. It's a place to call home, raise a family, and build a future. Section 8. Interest rates, a key driver of housing affordability. Interest rates are a crucial determinant of housing affordability and play a significant role in shaping the dynamics of the Australian property market. When interest rates are low, borrowing becomes cheaper, making it easier for buyers to enter the market and potentially driving up property prices. Conversely, when interest rates rise, mortgage repayments become more expensive, which can dampen buyer demand and potentially lead to a slowdown in price growth. The Reserve Bank of Australia, or RBA, sets the official cash rate, which influences the interest rates offered by banks and lenders. In recent years, Australia has experienced historically low interest rates, which has contributed to the strong growth in property prices. However, with inflation rising globally, the RBA has started to increase interest rates, which is expected to moderate price growth in the coming months and years. Understanding the relationship between interest rates and the housing market is crucial for both buyers and investors. Monitoring interest rate movements and anticipating potential changes can help you make more informed decisions about when to enter or exit the market. Navigating the path to homeownership. The dream of homeownership has become increasingly challenging for many, particularly for first-time buyers. Soaring property prices and stagnant wage growth have made it difficult for many Australians to enter the market. Saving a substantial deposit often requires years of disciplined saving. Rising living costs make it even more challenging to set aside funds for a deposit. Despite these challenges, there are strategies to navigate the path to homeownership. Section 10. Weathering the Storm. Why the Australian housing market is built to last. The Australian housing market has weathered numerous economic storms over the years, demonstrating remarkable resilience and stability. This strength can be attributed to a confluence of factors, including a robust economy, conservative lending practices, government support, and cultural factors. The persistent undersupply of housing in desirable areas, coupled with strong population growth, continues to underpin the market's upward trajectory. While there may be fluctuations in the short term, the long-term outlook for Australian property remains positive. For those seeking to enter the market, it's crucial to approach property investment with a long-term perspective and a clear understanding of the risks and rewards involved. Thorough research, due diligence, and seeking professional advice are essential steps towards making informed decisions. While a significant market crash is unlikely, unless extreme circumstances occur, it's important to remember that no investment is entirely without risk. By understanding the factors that contribute to the Australian housing market's stability, both buyers and investors can make more informed decisions and navigate the path to property ownership with greater confidence.